Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Justina and here I like to make, create, and inspire fun art things with you through my DIYs. Now, as you see by today's title and clicking on today's video, I have birthday or party ideas and DIYs that are full packed for any type of celebration. And this year we are going with a Keroppi themed birthday, so a lot of my DIYs and little tips and tricks have to do with that, but you can always change it up to meet your birthday ideas or themes, etc. But before we get started, if you are new here and you haven't yet subscribed, I hope you do that today. All you have to do is click on that big red subscribe button down below. It is totally free, but don't forget to click on the bell notification so that YouTube can notify you every time I upload a new video. Plus, we would love to have you here, part of our virtual art family. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I am super excited to share all these tips and ideas and DIYs with you, but don't forget to do all the YouTubey things down below, which is like, comment, and share it to at least one person. It really does help out my channel. Now, with all that being said, let's just jump right into it and let's art today. So with whatever type of celebration you are having, the best thing to do is the invites, of course. And I created my invite on Canva. Now you can do this many different ways. You can even buy it at the store, but I always like to give my invitation something else just to really make a difference and really make sure that people are excited to come to your event. Now at the bottom of my invitation it did say bring your VIP pass, so I also created these on Canva as well, and these are the VIP passes that they needed to bring to this celebration. Now I did have to black out a lot of the things on there because it did have personal information, but nonetheless you can really see the gist of it. So to make these little VIP passes, all I needed to do was print it out on my printer, and now I'm cutting it down to size with an X-Acto knife and a ruler. I personally like doing it this way. That's so I can make sure that all of the paper is correctly cut. Sometimes my paper cutter doesn't get it done. I really need to get a new one, but this only takes a few minutes to get each one of those squares out. And now that I have the front and the back of the VIP passes, all I needed to do was glue them together. Now for this, I'm just using some regular stick school glue. I'm adding that on one of the cards, and then I'm placing the other one on the other side and pressing down firmly, making sure that they line up nice and even. After I had all of my VIP passes cut out and ready to go, I needed to place them in something, so I purchased these clear name tags with lanyards. I believe I purchased mine a 50 piece, which was way more than I needed, but I wanted to make sure I had enough for everyone to wear one. And all I needed to do was open it up, place the VIP access card in there, and then clip on the lanyard, and everybody had their own VIP passes. These invites were so easy to do. Once again, I did create them on Canva, which I use their free access to gain so many templates, and I just mocked it up to where I like it. And all of the kids had a blast bringing these because they had a barcode on the back of their VIP access, so everybody got scanned in, and these were just really a big hit and perfect for all ages and any type of celebration. Next is party favors. Now, I was brought up no matter what type of celebration we were having, we always gave party favors, and that is no different from today. So I wanted to really just make a small difference to these party bags, which I purchased from Party City right before they shut down. Just found an image online, printed it on sticker paper, and then put it through my cutting machine, which I have a silhouette portrait, which really helps out with the cutting time. Now you can always cut yours by hand, but this really just saved me a bunch of time and my hand from cutting them out. Once they were all cut out, here they are, and all I needed to do was peel back the paper and place it right onto my party favor bag. Now, at first I was really struggling with this paper. It did not want to come up, but after I got the groove of things, it started to become a little bit easier. I just needed to peel off the backing from the sticker part and place my image right into the middle of my party favor bag. Now I placed it a little bit below halfway. That's because at the end I do fold it over and staple it so none of the party favor supplies inside of it fall out. Now I did something similar last year, and I will make sure to link that video down below if you are interested in seeing a different theme and different tricks and hacks over there. Now I just continue adding on my stickers to my party favor bags, and that really completes this DIY. Were really easy to make and they absolutely enjoyed it. Now remember, you can fill up your party favor bag with whatever you like, but there is so many possibilities to really keep costs low, and I love to shop at the Dollar Tree and Walmart to get more bang for your buck. But just look how adorable these little Kurobi party favor bags turned out. I feel like everybody knows this, but streamers and balloons really make your party stand out. I like to always group my balloons in 4s or 3s, and to really make those streamers work, I like to use painter's tape. For this entryway, I added painter's tape on either side of those balloons that are in the center, and to really make those streamers stay, I take a piece of tape, add one by one individually, and tape it on the painter's tape. That way the tape doesn't ruin your walls. If you have flat paint like I do, since this is a new build, it tends to rip the paint off, which I absolutely hate. That's why I have to paint all of my house eventually. But as you see here, I just tape it onto the painter's tape. I will continue adding all of those streamers in a nice pattern all the way down, and then cover it up with another piece of streamer, and it looks absolutely adorable. People love to walk underneath this and just see all of those streamers blowing in the wind. And adding streamers to areas like this just really makes your festivities look more festive. Now I did add more on my little balloon arch over here where we had the majority of the people sit when they ate, and we celebrated over there. And I also did a balloon little line. Once again, I just added groups of 3 and 4 together, and then just wrapped it over a little piece of string, and then just thumbtacked it onto my wall, and it just makes this beautiful standout piece. Now, buying a decor in a certain theme can be really pricey, and I just don't have it in my budget. Every single year it just seems to go up and up. So I always like to make my decor pieces. I have this leftover box from my patio makeover where we bought this little banquette seating area, and I'm just cutting it into 2 pieces. I wanted to make a bunch of Kuropis, which is a little frog in Hello Kitty, and a bunch of my family members know it way more than I do, but they gave me an image and I wanted to draw it onto this big cardboard. So I just used this reference from the stickers I made earlier, and I'm going to just draw it onto this cardboard. Now this is a smaller size. I did have bigger sizes that I did off camera because it was just a hard angle to really record myself, but for this little one, this is pretty much how I did it for the bigger ones. And I just sketched it on first with a pencil, and then just kept finagling it till it got the desired look that I liked and the closest to the image reference. Well, I know it's way more easier just to buy the theme that you're going for, but this really is a conversation starter. A lot of times when I make my own decor pieces, a lot of the guests come over to me and ask me where I got them, and I always say I made it myself, and they are really shocked and surprised and really impressed by it. But it really does save me a lot of money just to do it myself. myself. Now, once I was done sketching out my little frog, I made a bunch more in different sizes. Here is the image where I did make it a really big one, and I once again just sketched it out using the reference of that little sticker and from references my family members gave me. After I was done sketching out them all, I wanted to fill them in with some color, and I am using acrylic and chalk paint that I just had on hand. A tip or a hack that I use during this time of celebrating is I do all of this stuff way in advance. That way I can sit down with my family members and I can give them either one or they can make their own, and we all sit down and we paint them together. So this was really fun. But like I mentioned, I do this way in advance, so I ask them way before it is time to celebrate, what is your theme? And I ask them, are you absolutely sure? So that once I start creating, that is it. There is no turning back. So I did paint this one just for you guys on camera, but the rest of them I painted with my family and we had a blast. Now I did go in with my Folk Art Home Decor chalk paint in the color Irish Green for his skin tone, and I did have to give this about 2 coats of paint to really make it bright and vibrant since the cardboard underneath was really dark. Now for his eyes and the stripes on his shirt, I did go in with my Waverly chalk paint in the color Snow White, and once again I did have to give it about 2 coats of paint also. This is really fun to watch back because I really wish painting was this fast, but sometimes it does take me a while, and it's only because I'm sometimes a perfectionist and I really want them to be really nice and unique, so I do take my time and then I just filled up everything else that needed to be filled in. I really hope that you are enjoying this video. It does bring a smile to my face because we already celebrated, and to look back at the things that we did for the party celebration is just really a happy moment. So if you are enjoying the video, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. It really does help out my channel. Since you are here, if you are new and you haven't yet subscribed, I hope you do that today. All you have to do is click on that big red subscribe button down below. It is totally free, but don't forget to click the bell notification so that YouTube can always notify you every time I upload a new video. Plus, we would love to have you here, part of our virtual art family. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate each and every one of you taking the time out of your busy day to watch today's video. But if you can do all of the YouTubey things down below, which is like, comment, and share it to at least one friend, that really would help out also. And since you're right by the comment section, if you can fill up my comment section with little froggies or the word Keroppi, that would be really nice, and my little one can look in the comment section and see how many people are super excited that they had a Keroppi birthday party. So now that I'm done jabbing my jaws, as you saw, I did fill in the rest of the stripes using red acrylic paint, and then I'm going in with black acrylic paint. I filled in his pupils, I outlined his mouth, and then I filled in the little bow. Lastly, I took a rounded tipped paintbrush and I'm going to outline the whole image in the black acrylic paint. Then once everything was completely dry, I took a pair of scissors and I cut the image out. Now I didn't have time to record that, plus it was a really struggle for me because I really have a hard time cutting cardboard, but that will complete this DIY. These were absolutely fun to create, especially with my family, and they were definitely a conversation starter. But I absolutely loved how we decorated them. We placed them all around the house, and they were just so much fun, and they were basically free because I had the cardboard at home. Here's another one where we decided to hang balloons from, so it looks like he's holding a pair of balloons. And here is some that my other family members created. Now, games are a easy way to really make an impact on any celebration. Now, I want to apologize because I started this DIY and I totally forgot to film, so I had to ask for some help. I already created one, but as you see here, I'm making little frog's feet. And in the middle of the frog's feet, I have this little sandal that I purchased from Dollar General that was only $1. And that way I can know exactly where that sandal needs to go. Now, after I had my feet traced out, cut out, and also painted, there are two sets. So there's a green set and a red set. That's because there's going to be teams and each team had their own color. Now, to finish up this part of the DIY, I'm just taking those sandals and I'm going to glue them right onto those larger feet. And I am just using my hot glue gun. Remember, this is cardboard and this is hot glue, so they will tend to break really easily. But I wanted something simple and really creative for the kids to really have fun with. And if it broke, it wouldn't be a big loss because I made this homemade. And that way, if they were running and they tripped and fell, it wouldn't be so big of an impact. We played on grass and they had a really good time. After I had the feet made, I also made another one of those Kerbal frogs on foam board, but then I cut out all of the pieces. Now, remember, each team had a color, so this is the green team, and it's because I cut them out a little bit different from each other. So to really make this game work, I did purchase some Velcro from Dollar General. Once again, I placed the soft side on those puzzle pieces, and then the hard side is on this poster board that I hung up on the wall. Now, the object of the game is one by one, they have to put on the sandals, they run down to this little cutout, and they place the puzzle pieces where they're supposed to go. This was really fun and they really had a blast playing this. The first one to finish their puzzle, so it looks exactly like the picture, won the game, and this is how this DIY turned out. Alright friends, that completes today's video with all of my birthday ideas or party ideas and tricks and little bit of hacks here and there to hopefully inspire you to create more of your celebrations a little bit differently. I also have another video linked down in the description box below if you want to check that out after watching today's video with a different theme but really good ideas for another celebration. Remember friends, if you are new here but you haven't yet subscribed, I hope you do that today. All you have to do is click on that big red subscribe button down below. It is totally free, but don't forget to click on the bell notification so that YouTube can notify you every time I upload a new video. Plus, we would love to have you here, part of our virtual art family. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. But don't forget to do all of the YouTubey things down below, which is like, comment, and share it to at least one friend. It really does help out my channel. Also, I do have other socials if you would like to see pictures of the DIYs that I've created today and other DIYs. Down in the description box below, I have a Facebook and Instagram, and now I have a Patreon page, which I am absolutely thrilled to have. And if you want to become a member or sign up for free, that link will be down in the description box below. And since we are talking about Patreons, I do want to give a shout out to my Patreons that signed up. Thank you so much for being a member. I am super thrilled that you're here and joined. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I had a blast making this, and we had an awesome time at this birthday party. I hope you enjoy, and as always, I will see you in the next one.